Yo, what's up guys? So today we're here to show off the new Snowflowers in action. These are the ones that we just covered. I just wanted to mention as a heads up though, for the sake of the video, because we're doing it so early. The artwork hasn't even came out yet, but they've got all the effects. Maybe by the time you guys actually play on Yugioh Pro, they would have actually updated this. But I will go over the effects a little bit just so it can make a little bit more sense, because obviously we still have the text right above my face, but I'm just going to kind of commentate it, and I will pause just so we can explain things a little bit better, because again, we don't have that artwork. So anyways, the goal is to open up with Lone Fire. You can go ahead and Plant. The deck can actually make it so you can negate a lot of different things. You can go into Nat Beast, but the ideal play would be to go ahead and go for Glow Up Bulb with the effect of Jasmine, because you contribute any plant monster, which can actually proc the effect. So it actually works off of Lone Fires as well, because that's what Lone Fire does. So basically you can go Needle Fiber, and then because of the Plant engine, you get that refusion going into the Mud Dragon. Technically you can instant fusion as well, but nonetheless, Lone Fire will get you into Puny over here. So this is the level 6, and it lets you, if it was summoned via the effect of a plant monster or normal summon, you get to add a Snowflower spell / trap from your deck to your hand. So that's the effect of that one that we bring out with Lone Fire, or you can get it out lots of different ways. But then we're going to go ahead and have the Stunning Snowflower. This is a spell card. It lets you activate this by tributing a plant monster, and lets you add another Snowflower monster from your deck to your hand. Then if you tribute a monster to activate this effect, you get to add another plant monster from your deck or hand with the same original level, but a different name. So he's going to go ahead and activate that to go ahead and search, and then we're going to go ahead and have the Snowflower Sprite Prim over here. So this one has the effect where if monster you control is tributed, it doesn't have to be via the effects of their cards, because that's actually important with Lone Fire Blossom. So anyways, with the Sprite Prim over here, you're going to be able to go ahead and make it so you can target up to 2 plant monsters you control and increase or decrease the level. So we're going to go ahead and see Lone Fire summon. Lone Fire is going to go ahead and go into Rose Lover. We're going to go ahead and see the summon of Glow Up Bulb that we got out earlier, and then the attribute is going to be changed to Earth. That lets us go ahead and make Naturia Beast, so that locks basically Spell Striker pretty much says GG right there. And then we can go ahead and make Alpalosa. The Rose Lover is going to go ahead and have that effect. We can go ahead and spell summon a plant, and it's unaffected by your opponent's trap cards until the this turn. And then you can go ahead, and because we can stack cards, we're going to use Beatrice, because this one also lets us Foolish, and the Snowflower Saint Kanzashi over here. This, I believe, was the, oh gosh, did they change the name to? Anyways, so if a monster is tributed, you can detach material from this card and target a monster in either graveyard and special summon it. Its effects are negated, and it becomes plant. And if a plant monster you control will be destroyed by battle by card effect, you're able to go ahead and tribute a plant from your hand, which will proc all of their effects. I'm sorry that I have to pause it, but it's just to make sense of the video, because without the artwork, I feel like it really needs to be here. But I'm just going to do it for the first section of it. Once we get into the deck profile and stuff, it'll make a little bit more sense. You kind of familiarize yourself with the names. Usually I memorize the Yu-Gi-Oh cards via the pictures, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do the same. So we're gonna go ahead and see Mally be resummoned over here. Disrespect attacking with Mally. I like it. But for the most part, the deck seems like it's okay-ish. I mean, at this point, I probably would have linked off for something else, Kappa, because you can take something else next turn, but if he's got 3 spells, he's not going to be doing too much. Then we get to see the Evil Thorn burn our opponent for some extra damage, and then we'll have an additional card. So this card is actually really good in this deck, because it relies off of when anything is tributed, you get that effect. A lot of old legacy cards just might see some play due to that effect of tributing the card. Again, it doesn't have to be via plant effect. Most of them will get a, like, not necessarily a bonus, but some of them will be required. But anyways, that was a pretty good play over here. Watts in 2020, Kappa. Who's playing Watts? All right. Anyways, Lone Fire going to be going ahead and summoning itself, and this time we do have Peony over here, and we have the Erica. So when an attack is declared, Erica is kind of like an Honest, kind of just, or Kalute maybe more so, because Honest is way better. But whenever something is an attack is declared involving a plant monster, you contribute this card, and then your battling monster gains 1,000 attack and defense until the end of the turn. And if a plant monster you control is tributed, well, as cards from graveyard, you can special summon in defense position, but banishes itself when it leaves the field. But don't worry, because you're going to be overlaying for Beatrice most of the time, so you won't have to lose out on that card's effect over here. And a lot of this stuff is just, when you tribute it, you're going to get a free card. And then we can actually utilize the glow bulb to go into Dawn Dragster as well if we don't want to go ahead and make Bahamut Shark. But it's just showing you guys the possibilities of this deck. Now we have Future Dragon over here, so we can go ahead and take a monster, and then we got Apollosa. So this is a negate 3, 4, and 5 play over here, and if he doesn't get rid of Bahamut Shark, potentially being able to get out another, totally awesome if you have the room. With Watt Giraffe, you actually can't do anything because once it attacks, your opponent can't activate anything until the end phase of this turn. It's even better. Not that it really matters because you can go ahead and, like I said, you can go right into Copy Plant, which is interesting. I want to mention this play because it's probably pretty important for anyone interested in running it. So you can Lone Fire, go into Copy Plant, and because you where is it? If a plant monster, you control tribute while this card is in your graveyard. Remember, again, you can use this card if it's just in the graveyard, but a lot of times you'll have it as extra fodder from your Isolde. I'm sorry, not Isolde. The Beatrice, right, as material, because you'll have Kazanashi over here. But nonetheless, you can go straight into Copy Plant, and that lets you go right into Dawn Dragster for an additional negate. So that's another way that you can utilize the deck. But I think the deck is looking like it's going to be a little bit good. It depends on, of course, the next list too. But let's go ahead and check it out against Dark Magician. Surprisingly, Dark Magician has been seeing a lot more play, obviously with that new Magician Souls card. But like, I mean, there's probably better things to put this in. This card is so insane. It makes the deck so much better. But we're really trying to highlight the going first in this deck as far as what it can do. I think this deck is pretty good right now. It's just a few cards short of becoming like Uber S tier, because Lone Fire, you literally open up a Lone Fire and you have a very strong board. And if you get negated, I feel like you can play through one hand trap in this deck, especially if you happen to have another proc effect. If the card's tributed, you get something else. But nonetheless, once again, declaring it to be Earth, get some extra burn damage in there too, and then double, and then he's going to go ahead and tribute one of the Evil Thorns to go ahead and make another card. And then we have the Inchuri Beast once again, so triple negates, and then we have like 4 negates with this. And then also this is unlimited spelled negations, so no Magician Soul is going to be going on today. And Dark Magician really suffers. He needs to have the ability to bring back his Dark Magicians over there via the what is it, Eternal Soul. That's what he really needed, but he could have beat him down with Malicious, man. He had 100 HP at the very end. But let me know, guys, so far what you think of the deck. Like I said, my personal thoughts on it. I mean, I feel like we're playing against non-meta, but at the end of the day, when you have Nat Beast plus triple or quadruple negates, and it's kind of just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Can it have 4 to 5 negates? Yes, okay, it's a viable deck to play. And again, we just got some of the cards, you know, shown off. And the card that wears it, where it boosts up by 1,000, I just feel like it's, again, mediocre. Even Honest isn't even good enough. A lot of the cards from the Archtype, from the Snowflowers, it's just special summon, special summon. And again, since you're tributing the Lone Fire, getting the ability to special summon more monsters from your hand, or potentially graveyard if you happen to be playing any cards like Twin Twisters where you discard and you can get the card back. So once again, Netria Beast is the go-to play here. And then we have the Bahamut Shark, which is kind of cool. And then the burn damage coming in clutch over here. And he's going to go ahead and go for a totally awesome. This one does require plus monsters with different names. You can actually go for other plays other than this card, but I feel like this is the most relevant one. And then with Sylvan Princess Sprite over here, you attach material to excavate the top card. If it's a spell or trap, you get to add it to your hand. Otherwise, you get to send it to the graveyard. So you have a little bit of potential with this card as well, because a lot of stuff like Evil Thorn is one. There's also another level 1 Copy Plant in here. Oh wait, well, let's not cover up the gameplay here. Then we have Erica going in, even though it's kind of already game anyways. Now we have the Saint Kenzashi over here. So that's the one where if a plant monster you control be destroyed by battle by card effect. But like, we don't really got plants in here. It's more of a combo deck. It reminds me kind of like Plant Synchro. It's a toolbox-ish deck. If you want to play it in its pure variant, I don't think it's very good. I mean, at the end of the day, the deck doesn't have too many negations on its own. What it does offer, though, is a bunch of just special summoning mechanics. And obviously, it does it quite well. And in addition to that, the fact that I wouldn't have thought you'd be able to go Bahamut Shark, totally awesome. Really good stuff over here. But let's go ahead and hop right into the deck profile for us. Like I said, sorry that all the cards are completely like whited out. But if you guys want to see the artwork of them, I recently did do a video going over it. But probably by tomorrow it'll be there. I just wanted to get this video out ASAP. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop right into the build that you guys saw, courtesy of Stardust Yugioh. So anyways, as far as the build goes, we're playing 3 copies of Erica. This is the one where it boosts your cards up by 1,000, but it doesn't really matter. The only effect that we want is if a plant monster control is tributed while this card is in your graveyard, you just get to special summon it, but banishes when it leaves the field. But again, the first time you usually go for Erica, you don't really get it banished. You'll actually utilize this effect layered online with a follow-up Lone Fire Copy Plant Dawn Dragster the following turn, or you can just go ahead and do it if you want to. And then we have Peony over here, 3 copies of Peony. This is the one where if you tribute, you can tribute a plant monster, special summon it from your hand, and if it's special summoned by the effect of a plant monster, you get to add a Snowflower spell / trap from your deck to your hand. Then 3 copies of Mally, which surprisingly works quite well. Again, it's for those rank 6 plays. You can even probably throw in Bouncer. You know what? This isn't even a bad card. Let me mention this because I think that if you wanted to, instead of going for this card, which is a fantastic card where it's can't be destroyed, battled by card effects, and what is it? Once per turn when an opponent activates monster strike, you get to detach material, negate it, and take control of it. But if you really want, I guess you can go for a Balancer because we got some burn damage in with those evil thorns. Maybe in the off chance, you can make this and you can burn your opponent for the rest of the life points over here. Just thought it was kind of a cool, cheeky thing to go ahead and mention. But next up, we have 3 copies of the Prim. So this makes it so if monster you control is distributed, it just special on the easiest one to go ahead and utilize. And then you can also target 2 plant monsters you control and change their level. So if you want to make it a 4, then go up to 6. That's another option as well, which is kind of cool. Then we have 3 copies of Scorpio. Again, it's for that refusion combo play. But there's also Symbols of Heritage, which brings you instantly Lone Fire, because you can Lone Fire, Lone Fire, Lone Fire. That's one thing I didn't get to show off during the gameplay, but it is very important. And of course, your Darling Cobra over here. Then 3 copies of Lone Fire, best card, Rose Lover, additional level 1. And if 1/1 goes up to multiples, this could be quite great as well. And we have a Spore, and then 3 copies of Evil Thorn, Global Copy Plant, 3 copies of Instant Fusion. Again, this card is pretty important because it lets you extend your plays with the Cloth Thief. In addition to that, where you go ahead and you have that fusion, you get to summon a level 4 little monster from your graveyard. Fantastic effect over there. And then we've got the 1-for-1, and then we didn't get to show this up. This is Monster Reborn. You choose 3 monsters in your graveyard, your opponent chooses 1 of them, you special summon it, and you banish the rest of it. So what that means is you Lone Fire, Lone Fire, Lone Fire, and you do the exact same thing as you would with Symbols of Heritage. Cool stuff. Then we got Foolish Burial, we got Monster Reborn, 2 copies of the Inheritor, so it'll let you bring back one of your cards. And then we have the Stunning Snowflower. Alternatively, sometimes you can actually utilize one of your, well, this card not gonna be too good after, well, maybe after you already like recycle it. This one won't have the ability to detach, but you can still obviously have that effect to negate, which can be great. Just any monster graveyard and special summon it. If you want to get Appaloosa up to 4 negates, there you can technically utilize it for that. And then we have the Stunning Snowflower at 3 as well. So this, you can activate it by trading a plant monster, add a Snowflower monster from your deck to your hand. Yeah, so this is the spell. And then if you tribute a monster to activate it, you get to add a plant monster from your deck, which is quite nice. And this is just the master rule, so it's a 40 card deck. And Symbols of Heritage and Refusion. And then for the extra deck, Mudragon, Dawn Dragster, Detroit Beast, Beatrice. Then we got the Saint Kenzashi over here. We got Bahamut Shark, totally awesome. The F-Zero. Then we got the Bow of the Goddess. Oh, did we go over? We didn't go over. We showed off Princess Bride during the gameplay, and we got the Future Zero, and then Jasmine is also a fantastic card for the deck. Needle Fiber and Clothy. As far as the deck goes, I think it's really good. I mean, I was thinking that Desires might be an option in this deck because once you go through your combo, you have instant access because you could go through all your Lone Fires. Once you go for Mally, you go through all of them. I mean, yeah, maybe if you banish, then you banish 2 Mallies, draw 1 Mally. Not the greatest, I'll admit, but I feel like it could be okay. There's not really too many things that are super important that you can't really lose out on because, again, remember, you're going to go for your combos first, and it just would let you maybe draw into some extra hand traps because at the moment there is none in this build, but it's more of aggressive and it's trying to showcase off the potential of this deck. But you guys can let me know in the comment section below how you guys would build the Snowflower archetype. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, and we'll get more gameplay and different builds of this. This one's more of a Synchro Exceed variant. I think the deck is really trying to shoot for an Exceed variant because of the whole, it banishes itself, and, well, it is not going to banish itself if it's Exceed material, right? But we'll see what else we can do with this deck later down the line, and hopefully with the artwork added in, because I hate doing these kind of gameplays, but y'all, we try to get the gameplay early.
But shouts once again to my boy Yugioh for the replays. If you guys want to send me in replays too of your different build of Snowflower, let me know. Be sending it in some gameplays. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one, and I'm signing out. Peace.